Good morning. Good morning. Get on to the Most High. I know I'm running late on the phone with my mom with my daughter. What's up? What's up? Get on into the Most High, man. Again, you know how we do it. Thanks for waking up this morning, giving the blessing to do better, be better. Ask for repentance, do better to change our way of thinking, change our way, reprogram our mind, rethink. Give it to Him to learn and do better, and learn more, educate ourselves, get stronger, willing, and able to do what we need to do to take care of our family, take care of your tribe. How y'all doing this 12 o'clock this afternoon? How y'all doing? I know, man, Saturdays I don't drop nothing Saturday, but I just wanted to tell you this. I went through the steps, planning at the age 20, planning at the age 30. I'm gonna do 40, I think, Monday or Friday or Sunday or Monday. But I just want to get in this break a little monogamous and talk about why we not rich. What's the reason we not rich? What's the reason we not wealthy? Yeah, I'm still talking about that money, understanding. Man, I've been blessed to know a lot of people, man. Blessed to be go around the world in the military, been in college and lived different places. My wife, she lived in Texas all her life. All she knows is Texas, love Texas, don't want to leave Texas. In Hawaii, different places. Met different all kind of people, different cities, different states, man. People are different. I'm saying different races. Worked at so many jobs that met different people. Now then I was in customer service on the phone, and I did retail customer service. I done did all kind of jobs. So I met a lot of people. You can tell I'm a talker, so I talk to people. I don't just meet nobody. I'm not no person introvert. I talk to people and meet them and ask questions. So what I'm saying. The question was about why you're not rich or wealthy. You know what I'm saying? What's the reason? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things I say, man, it come like saying knowing people, meeting people, even knowing myself. Why I'm not rich, why I'm not wealthy. Mm. And so ask people, I talk to people, friends, and all that. We have all these excuses saying, I didn't, my boss won't give me no more money, or my job, or my mama didn't teach me nothing. I went through this, somebody died. I came up and I had welfare. I did all these reasons why we not wealthy. And at the end of the day, the reason you're not where you want to be is one reason: you. It's nobody's fault but you. And if we get that, and I know some people gonna say, Keith, you don't know my problem. I want you to understand it. If you really get that, if you just get a second in your mind and say, really, it's my fault. It's my fault. It ain't my mama's fault. It ain't where I live. It ain't my environment. It ain't because I'm black. It ain't because I'm disadvantaged. It's my fault. That would change your whole life. That would change everything if you get that part right there. To understand that. To get that is very, very important to know that. Now, see, once you know that, then now you can start working on how do I get. Nothing's holding me back now. Now I need to understand what's really going wrong. Now I need to start working on myself, start believing in myself, reprogramming my mind. Renew your mind. So if to renew your mind, that means you got to study and start looking and understanding things different, looking how this world works, understanding what this world is about. I ain't blaming nobody. So I'm looking at myself, I'm betting on myself. So what's the reason? Now what you got once you look in that mirror and you get butt naked and say it's me. I've been there, I understand that. It's me. And I said, what was your problem? My problem was I had to work at it like an education. I didn't understand how this world worked because when I came out young, came out of school, I didn't know. I remember when I had my first job, man, I took my first check, wasn't about $300. I spent it all. I had 2 weeks to wait. That's my first introduction to finance, to understanding. That's all I knew. Didn't know bank. My mama told me to open a bank account. I didn't do it. Gave it to my mom, stepmom. Here, put that up. Didn't know. So that's why I tell you, man, get a bank account for your kids. Start teaching them. Let me get to my point. To understand the teacher like education. Start learning something. See, now if I gave you, say, if I told you, man, you walk 10 hours. You got to walk 10 hours. And when you get to that 10 hours, I got $1,000,000 waiting for you. Man, ain't gonna be so many people running to get that $1,000,000. You gonna run, you're not gonna just walk, boy, you're gonna be gone. 10 hours to get $1,000,000. Just walk, you walk these 10 hours, you got $1,000,000. You're gonna be gone. You'll do it. I know, because I'll do it. See, but we want to get it easy. We want something to get to you, man. How do I get rich? But we'll go play the lottery. We'll go to casino. We do all those things to try to get. And some people get rich. Some maybe hit the lottery. Some people hit the lottery, hit the casino, hit that money. They do these things. These things happen. But at the end of the day, if you're not educated with it, what it's going to do? So what do you say, Keith? What do you suggest I do? Imagine you put 10 hours to learn something. 10 hours to learn, start learning what I can do, learn to hustle, learn to educate yourself about money, start learning stuff. Take 10 hours to do that. Then after that 10 hours, until you take 100 hours, you know what I'm saying? You take 100, but at 10 hours, you get good. You know what I'm saying? You get good about things. You get good about learning, seeing things, how things work, but you ain't got it all. Then you say, okay, I need to know more. Put 100 hours in that thing that you want to do, and then you become an expert at it, but you still need more. You need more, so then you say, I'm going to put $1,000. And then you become a master of what you're doing. But see, what people do, they say, well, Keith, I did the $1,000. You stop. Some might take 1,000. Some might take 3, might take 4, might take 5. But I'm telling you, the benefit of having that is priceless. You ended up in my time. Hold on a second. Must be doing something wrong. What up, JB? Huh? Hey, I'm on my live. I'm gonna call you back. I'm on my live. I'll call you back. I'll hit you right back. So if you take 1,000 hours to improve yourself, to learn and become a master at it, what you gonna have? But what if it take you 2,000, but you become a master at it? Imagine what you can have. See, we've been programmed and we don't even know it, man. I mean, I'm telling you that we not, because we didn't understand. I had a friend told me one day, man, that we were talking and he was going through it, and I'm like, man, he needed more money. I said, well, man, why don't you get the second job? He said, what? Man, I just feel a man that had to work a second job. And I got offended. I was like, what you mean you ain't got to work no second? You ain't no man. You telling me I ain't no man? Now I don't work the second job. My partner don't work. What you mean you ain't willing to work no second job? And I got offended by that. But then I did thinking about what he's saying. I kept thinking, and I started learning, understanding something. He was right, half right. A man shouldn't have worked a second job. See, he understood that concept, but it was something else he missed. He didn't understand something else, but he understood that concept, what he's saying, but he couldn't understand the other part because he was missing it. He was not educated on it, limited mindset. See, imagine if what I'm about to teach you now, if he had that, man, he'd have blew forward. He would have been right. See, it's two things that we got to understand in this world, man. You got to have labor and it's capital. Two things. If you get this, man, you'll understand this part right here. It's two things. It's not in this world. Labor and capital. Now, see, labor, we've been taught to be labor because we got taught to be a laborer, man. You go to school. The system is designed to work in school, man. Go to school to become a laborer. You were taught to be able to work. And nothing wrong with working, but you was taught to work. You go the corporate structure work, man, you become an analyst, a director, executive, then you become a CEO. That's what you were taught to work. That's the work. And you make money, get paid. But the only thing about the labor is so much labor you can work. So much time you can give, so much time you can give to that labor, make it that you ain't tired, you ain't missing your family, you working so hard, you ain't doing other things ain't gonna happen, so you can't do that much labor. But see, when you're saying capital, let me show you what the capital. See, capital go out, you make your money, make money for you. See, I tell people this world is built on capitalism. It's beautiful once you know it. See, use your labor to make more capital, to make that capital work for you. Rich people understand this. See, I figured that stuff out. Let me show you my way of life, man. I didn't know none of that stuff. But see, when I got blessed to have working at a company, I don't work so many companies that I didn't get it. But when I got at this company, and I started understanding, I worked at one builder, then I went to another one. And last builder I went to, it was like $1 million homes. So who can afford $1 million homes? $500,000, $1 million home. People that's rich. Like I said, Keith, all of them wasn't rich. Most of them I met were rich. You can tell the ones were rich. So I started being around these rich people. I started being around people that's building a home that's rich, and I started being around the people that's bought the home that's rich. And I started talking to these people. Became good friends with some of them. You know what I'm saying? I started being at the table with them. I'm in their homes, relaxed, drinking their tea. And they started telling me these things. And I'm starting learning. I'm seeing these things. How do you do it? And I'm seeing them at home. They're not working. They're at home with their kids. And I'm asking questions, well, how is this possible? They at home with their kids. They got nice things. They had it, but they're not living above their means. They living and they got things. And I'm understanding, so I started talking to them. I'm saying, me and a couple of them became good friends. They started explaining it to me. And I remember one told me, he said, man, I really don't care about no house or nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? It's really for my wife and my kids. Me, I have some of those. And I didn't understand what he was saying. I'm like, what are you talking about? What you mean? I didn't understand that concept till later on. He didn't mean that. Because he understood capital. See, our word again, that capital means capitalism, and capital that's in the same. He understood capitalism. He understood what to do with his capital. See, we were taught different with our capital. See what I'm saying? We were taught to spend money to buy something, to buy things. Not to use our capital to grow. Not to grow our capital. We were used to buy things to spend our capital. See, like when I be sitting there talking about your credit card debt, the cars, the clothes, the jewelry. That's what we were taught, to look rich. See, even the concept he said when he said he need that house, he understood because, like I said, the American dream is to get a house. There's nothing wrong with getting a house. I have a house, I'm going to tell you, but I didn't understand it till I started being around people that started explaining, I started learning, I started researching. I started doing them 100 hours. 10 hours. I started doing them 100 hours. Then I started doing them 1,000 hours. Then I started doing 2,000. And I started learning. I started reading. I started educating myself. I started talking to people. See, at my company, man, they have surveys. We do surveys. People come by their home, what their experience level was. So I was doing surveys. You know, different companies do surveys. People do different surveys. So I started doing my own surveys, started talking to people, asking them certain things about money, understanding. I started talking to average people that don't have, or the ones that didn't have, and I had the ones that did have. Have and have nots. And always the one that didn't have had excuses. But the one that had started telling me ways. The one that had, man, their chest was out, they were smiling. They was ready to get the information to you freely. But see, when your mind can't comprehend the information, they have understanding, it was a waste. But once your mind hears it never leaves you. So when I'm sitting on here talking on Facebook, your mind can't understand it. Keep just talking. I tell people it's talking a different language. Because I know when they're talking to me, I didn't understand. They were talking a different language. You don't. And you ain't willing to understand. You know why you ain't willing to understand? Because, see, a lot of going to be jealousy, envy. It's not value to you. See, in them 1,000 hours that I spent, I put money, like I said, I went started learning. And when I got to the point I had to learn, I had to pay somebody even more to learn even more. I had to pay somebody to understand about taxes. I had to pay somebody to understand about credit. I had to pay somebody to understand about business. I had to pay somebody just to get my mind to understand. I had to pay for some knowledge. I didn't just pay. I didn't just go suck it all up. I had to make what was value to me, I started understanding. See, I love construction, man. I started learning. God blessed me to be in construction. He blessed me for a reason. So I started seeing how all this money, like I said, I got to be around millionaires. I got to be around people that's millionaires that was making the money and how they was doing. I got to see that. Then I got to start talking to them. Then I started asking how, what, why, when, where you get this from, where you learn. I started asking all these questions. They started giving it to me. But every time, see, them people don't waste their time, man. People that's making money, make their capital, their time is very important. So now I got to start paying for their time. So I had a guy that did construction. I would pay him to come over to show me something. Say I want something done in my house. I was getting him, but while he doing it, I'm learning. He was valuable. I would pay another guy to come understand that he'll tell me, okay, how do you price that? Learn it, valuable. Putting in them hours. Remember 1,000 hours. I started looking at YouTube. I started reading books, getting knowledge, understanding. Then I had a friend that became a friend, and I'm tell you, I messed it up and became a friend later. Taught me about how banking work, how understand how finance work, and how buying a house, all that investment. I thought understanding why you putting down 20%, why between 5%, understanding the language, putting in that hours, putting in that time. Being valued, not being jealous, like thinking jealous of them. I'm trying to learn something. I need them. See, what if we don't have, then we don't want to pay nobody. See, what is valuable to you? I'm going to pay for it. Because, see, in the long run, it's going to be valuable, it's going to make me money. But, we want it right then. See, we don't understand business. Like, I got a friend that got a restaurant. Just say he made $1 million in his restaurant. $1 million. But, see, you don't understand. He got something. He got to pay the CEO. He got to pay for the electric, lighting. He got to pay for the labor. He got to pay all these things. And by the time he done with that, let's just say he got $500,000, $5 million, $500,000. Spent $500,000 to people, labor, things, building, all this stuff. What he made, a profit. See, rich people look at profit. That's what they want to make. So when you working at that company, you sit in that company and think they doing you bad. No, it's capitalism. They looking to make a profit. They owe a fiduciary issue to their company. Them executives, them CEO. You understand? I know you supposed to be. They did their part. They gave you benefits. They gave you payment. They gave you all these things. But at the end of the day, their loyalty goes to the company, not to you. It goes to the profit. The company here to make profits. That's capitalism. See, now my friend, when he said, man, I should have to work, he was right. He should have took his labor money make and made his money work for him, invested his money into real estate, stock, whatever he had to do, investing into that, invest in his education. That's right. He was exactly right. But he didn't understand it because he never was taught that. And the crazy thing, when I started learning, I started telling him, and he was telling me, I'm enlightened, I'm going to, I'm leaving him. He didn't want to go. He had the right concept. But he did not, he wasn't willing to put them 10 hours, them 100 hours, them 1,000 hours in to learn something. That's the difference between us being rich and wealthy or being poor. It don't have to even do with money. It can be a poor mindset. You're not willing to learn, not willing to grow. You just cool. And then we all say, man, I'm good where I'm at. I don't need no money, Keith. You lying to yourself. Because, see, you're a program, even in the Bible, man. If you look in that Bible, man, I'm telling you, for you Bible people, the Christians, in that Bible, all them people that talk in that Bible was rich. They had land and cattle and all these things. They even had gold in the Garden of Eden. These people didn't work for nobody. They had their own. See, once you understand this concept of this world, this capitalism, and how this capitalism work, you understand. See, all we doing, what we understand is to look rich, play rich, act rich. And we don't know what rich is. I didn't know till I got around with some rich people. What wrapped around my mind when I worked for that company that I worked for, and the brothers that started, 3 brothers started the company, and I'm saying they sold the company for millions, and I'm like, oh my God. And how they did it was beautiful. I started studying and reading, like, man, wow. But see, I can't come back here and take it back to my family and friends because they're not going to see it. They're not going to do it. It's Keith. I'm not going to listen to Keith because that's that jealous and envy. I'm not going to listen to Keith on this thing. He makes sense what he's saying, but just as Keith, I'm not going to listen. Keep giving me stuff for my kids to tell me how to help my kids and get better. Keep telling me how I can get better. But that's key. I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to hit no like. I'm not going to do anything. Because that him inside you. Can't be right. He can't have it. And I did. I met friends. I'm not friends with friends right now because of that. And I asked him, man, what did I do to you? And I already know. But I pray for them. I wish them well. I'm not mad at them. But see, because the Most High take people out your life so you can elevate, so you can grow. People come in your life for a moment, a brief, a season. It's true. Everything that we heard, everything we know in that Bible is true. What we use to look at it is a guide. It's not nothing religious. It's a way of life. See, the Most High idea is simple, simplicity. He's not complicated. And we so complicated because we so caught up in this world. And that Bible's teaching you. Isn't that King Solomon, one of the richest men ever in the world? What he did, he sit there and studied the scroll. That was his job, and then guide his people. He asked for wisdom. That's all I ever asked for, wisdom. I couldn't ask for money because I didn't understand money. I asked for wisdom. Understand it. Give me direction. And I look back at my life, man, and I told the story, man, God have blessed me abundantly just to have peace to understand this. My eyes are blind. People say, I'm so, eyesight. I tell them I see better now than I ever seen. Because he gave me time to sit here and put all that stuff together that he is showing me. See, things, your blessing is right there in front of you, but you can't see it. It's right in front of you. This world is capitalism. So what do? Deploy my capital to make more capital. I can't go out there and work. I can't go do that. What do I need to do? See, my thing is, like I said, I talk to my kids. My goal as a kid, as father, I wanted certain things for my kids. Some people might think it's small, but it's what I wanted. I wanted my kids to have their own room. I wanted my kids to have all braces. And I wanted my kids to go to school for free, to pay for their college. I wanted to pay for it. I did all those. I'm not bragging, but that's what I wanted. And see, I did that, and I do sacrifices. Like I tell my kids, man, my first wife, we was young and foolish, and I had to fight her. I had to fight dudes. I had to fight the police. I had to fight her mom. I had to fight family. Hey, because I meant what I said. And then when I got my kids, I had to fight them because they didn't give a damn about me. They was mad at me. And I had to fight that, but I was committed to what I said. I made a covenant with the Most High to what I said. Amen. What's up, bro? How you doing? Give me a second. Go sit down. You can go to the bathroom? You go to the bathroom? Look at this pretty thing right here. It's capitalism at its finest. Go back. Where you got to go? Good girl. So when I'm getting on here talking, man, I'm just trying to help somebody understand that because I wish I'd have understood this and it took me down. It's just like I said, you take a book and read a book of somebody's 20 years of their life, how to do some things. Don't go through the mistakes I made. Learn something from them and go. See, once they give it to you, it's on you to take it farther. It's on you to put them 10 hours in. It's on you to put them 100 hours in. It's on you to put them 1,000 hours. And then I promise you start putting them in and start working, you get closer to that $1 million. Because see, what we do when you deploy your capital, now you can go get in real estate. Now you can go get investing your money. Now you can understand what it is, and you're willing to give your money because you understand the concept. You're not sitting there talking about, well, I don't want to put all that money in there and be scared because you understand what the capital is in. Then if you understand what this dollar is and understand what the inflation is, understand that your dollar ain't worth nothing. Your dollar is paper because back in 1971, we were behind in gold standard. Now dollar ain't behind nothing but the military. But what we do with our money, we go get credit card debt. See, they ain't even doing credit card no more. They done fooled you. Everybody know. Now they doing the buy now, pay later. Because they betting against you. They betting. Why would they do that for nothing? They betting against you. See, the old thing, they hit you with the credit card debt. Then they hit us. They tell you they did wrong with the student loan. They saying it now. Well, we was wrong. They did it wrong. But they let them do it. The government let them do it. And now they're going to hit you with that buy now, pay later. I got a bank that's did it. I'm like, the bank is doing buy now, pay later? What do that tell you? This is a system. Wait, mama. It's a system out here, and we don't have to understand this system is capitalism. And people, you making somebody else rich. You make it Apple rich. You make it. Mom, you got to go outside. Give me a second. Hold on. See you. Come on. So when I get a man extraordinaire on Mondays and Wednesdays, we do word on the streets, man. We telling you, we ain't even talk. We just telling about knowing your mind, giving you belief, giving you construct, get you information, and give you a roadmap to success. It ain't about money, man. It's about being successful in your life, be successful in your marriage, being successful with your kids. But like I say, once you look at yourself in that mirror and blame you and start getting up, I had to do it. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know because I done it. Am I where I want to be? No, far from it. But the future look bright because I'm willing to put them 1,000 hours in. I'm willing to put 5,000 hours in to get to that point, to understand it, to learn. Because I seen people and I met people, and that's what they told me, and I pay for people. I'm willing to pay for it because it's that valuable to me. And then when your gifts will start paying for you, because it's doing it, man. I start learning it, and people don't know, then you'll pay it. But see, the ones that know me won't pay me. You look at somebody on YouTube or look at somebody in business and go trust them, and you don't even know them, and they will screw over you. Then you give up. But that's what we taught. And see, again, survey did this. When I talk to black people, man, we all say it. We are our worst enemy. We all say it. It's crazy that we say it. I mean, we all know it, and we still do it to each other. It's crazy. I look amongst my friends and I look amongst my family, and I really said, I'm like, man, why are we not working together? It's cool economics. But I understand because we got like mind. You got to be like mind. You got to elevate your mind to get to that point. You can't come here talking about, hey, I'm going to come live with you, stay with you. You can't, but we used to use it and people giving something to us. Renew your mind. Understand what capitalism is. Make your capital work for you. Use your labor to build your capital, then use your capital to make more money for you. So when I like I say now, when I got my mind started understanding, now I understand what that guy was saying. Now, man, I wouldn't have bought this damn house. I took that money and flipped that money. That money worked for me. That's what he's saying. But I got to give in to my wife. I got to give in to the kids, man, dang. But I love them. But it's cool. But but I know what I could be doing with this money. You learn something. I'd have learned something. So, but teaching people and trying to, even just with my kids, I tell my kids, I cannot teach you because this world done programmed you to get you. So when I'm telling you this, they think I'm mad or daddy come at me like that. Y'all my business. And you learn it. They don't even understand. I'm trying to help them help themselves. My own kids. So if my own kids saying that, think about my friends and family and loved ones. You'll call me on the phone, tell me about somebody. I tell you something, then you come telling me about what somebody else did and what somebody they doing this. Why are you telling me about them? Unless you about to tell me again, this capitalist. Unless you about to tell me how I connect with them so I can make more money to make them more money. See, that's my goal is if I'm gonna get with somebody, I want to get with you so I'll be valuable. We can make more money together. That's what rich people do. Rich people want to get with you to make more money together. That is valuable to them. I want to connect with you. You got something. We work together. How we can make more money together. And you say, oh, kid, all you think about is money. The Bible say. The Bible don't say nothing about no money. He say don't love money. I don't love money at all. I done paid enough money out to learn this shit. I done made mistakes. I'm trying to tell you the mistakes I made so you don't make the mistakes. But see, you learn that you say that because your mindset, your limited mindset. And you come here and say, when I'm talking on this, saying I'm talking too long, when you should be trying to understand and put in your 10 hours. You ain't even going to go read a book. I'm trying to give it to you. You ain't going to go open a book. You ain't going to go meet nobody because you going to own nobody in my business. So I'm trying to give it to you here so you can freely listen to it and nobody know. You don't have to let me know you love it. You don't have to hit like or nothing, but you still can receive it. Maybe you don't receive it. Your kids in the car might receive it. But it's coming from me. And you don't even know how many hours I put in to know this, to speak on this. You ain't even looked up and said, if this is really true what he's saying. That's jealousy. That's envy. That's just purely hating. Because you're not willing to put them hours in. But you'll put the hours in at your job. That you obviously can't get rich. I'm telling you. You can go say, I'm going to go to school, kid. I'm a doctor. Okay. But I bet you when they tax your ass, excuse my language, because I know a lot of people, when they tax you, you understand. When you understand taxation, you're going to do something else. You're going to try to feel, when you make it to that doctor, you're going to try to feel some kind of way, how can I stop this money from bleeding me, from them taking my money? You're going to put it in something. You're going to put it in a different vehicle. You're going to have to do something with it. You understand what this capital got to do for me is stop them from taking my capital. They already taxing me. Then in inflation, that's another hidden tax. All the food and all the gas going up. I promise you, you're going to find another vehicle. You can't just work. So just going to college and being a doctor, being a lawyer is not enough. I don't care how much money. It's not enough just working. You would never, I'm telling you. You're going to have to put it in another vehicle. You're going to have to learn something. You're going to have to put them hours in towards yourself. Then while you learn them hours, you're going to put that in. You build something, you got to build up. Now I got to put hours in to teach my kids. Because I don't want them to lose it. And that's what happened. The old people back in the day, they built a house and they got houses living right now. They're standing to this day, and we'll give it up to the next generation. They just let it go in, just die. They got 4 or 5 kids. You got that 1 or 2 dumb kids that don't know nothing, and they gonna fight, and they want to live in it, don't pay nothing, and live in a house and don't do nothing. Then expect you to come in and fix everything. Education. Imagine if they was educated. Imagine they put them hours in. Imagine what they would do. Imagine what you can do as a family. Imagine what you can do, what your grandmother left you, what that could have turned into. Your mama left you, what that could turn into. See, when my brother came, I tell you the story, my brother called me, wanted me to get a house and help him do it. My brother wasn't thinking about me. He was thinking about capitalism. How can he spoil his capital? That's what he was thinking about. He wasn't doing me no favors. It ain't nowhere in the law say I got to do something for my brother, my sister, and all them. It's understand it's capitalism. If we understood that, we wouldn't be asking for that. If we understood how much he put in there, the work and the time, it would be different. You would think different. Your mind would change. Your mindset, limited mindset. That's what it is. And see, when people, they always talking about that mindset, but it is. You got a poor mindset. Not that you can't get it, but if you just look in the mirror, like we're saying, look in the mirror. Then start the foundation is believe in yourself. Humble yourself. Stop blaming everybody. Learn something. Educate yourself 10 hours, 100 hours, 1,000 hours. 5,000 hours to learn to understand to get that. Now you know your dollars, your capital. Understand my labor can't do it, so now I can take my capital and make more money. Then I already know the system against me, so now I can't get no credit card debt. I can't get no buy and pay later. I can't get this. Then I understand, okay, now I got to learn about the house, American dream, what this house really mean. Now I understand what's 20% down. Now I understand what to put in the stock market, where to put it, what kind of form I want to put it in. If I'm risk tolerant, what to know my risk tolerance, what inflation is. See, all these things, what the GDP is. Now I'm not worried about what's happening. See, me and mine, I'm thinking about what's in. See, what people is, y'all think about what's out. See, all I can control is what's inside here. See, I think in, then I start reaching out. That's it. I start working within. Me first. I'm the first. Then I go to my spouse second. Then we together. Now I go to my kids. Then go out. Then we start reaching out to our nieces and nephews, our sisters, our brothers. Start reaching out to our friends. That's all I'm doing. And I'm doing this for nothing. And see, that's what you don't understand. How can he be saying this? He ain't doing it. It's coming, telling you. And you know what I hear? Man, you went too long on that one, bro. You know, you need to temper down because you don't understand the language I'm saying. See, when that man said to me, I didn't understand it. But when I got it, When I started being around these men, I started seeing it, and people run the business now. And I've been around this Spanish guy that he got a big old mansion at his house, and I've been out there, I'm eating, and he don't speak a lick of English. But he take a vacation, going. He got a house getting built in Mexico. He got several houses in America, and he going back and forth like, man, he don't speak a lick of English. And then we'll start saying, well, man, they help each other. Yeah, yeah. But why we don't? See, we know all the things we need to know, but the jealousy, the envy, the hate. I'm not spending nothing. See, what we do with people, man, we going to spend $1. Put $1 to get $2, spend $2. We get $1, but we spend $2. I make $1 and I spend $2. How you going to grow like that? And then somebody like me try to tell you something and say this, and it sound, oh, that's Keith saying. You don't want to hear it because you envy. I ain't no way I listen to Keith. Foolishness. Hell no. I be damned. But hey, the Most High told me, you know what I'm saying? He gave this to me. He told me, I'm telling you, I was in the hospital in counting stage 4. A priest, white priest, came and said, man, you need to be speaking to people. I said, no, you lost your mind, man. I ain't speaking to nobody. You'll never get me. Who want to speak to? Man, you know what I done done? I don't know nothing. What do that mean? Then the Most High started talking to me. See, then people start thinking I'm crazy. Like, he crazy. He talking about, man, God ain't never talked to me. Why would he talk to you? I don't know. Then he started showing me all my life, like all the stuff. This is what I kept you from, man. You said when you get that shootout, remember you were doing this. Remember when you were AWOL in the military, man, nobody go AWOL and leave from a field exercise and go AWOL and then go to jail, get out of jail, then they put you on. No one then but you. But let me show you. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let all that happen to you. Then I'm going to shake you. I'm going to wipe you off. I'm going to clean you. And then you going to work for me. And see, they're going to say, you know what he told me? He say, and when I get you to this point, they're going to know it had to be a miracle because, nigga, they know you. You're going to change. I'm going to change how you speak. I'm going to change what you're thinking about. I'm going to change your mind. He say, hey. Then I'm going to give you counsel, man. I'm going to give you counsel. I'm going to give you stage 4 counsel. I'm going to give you some unbelievable thing. Then I'm going to bless you tenfold. Then I'm gonna come out. Then I'm gonna take your eyesight from you. Then I'm gonna make it even harder. Cause when I bless you, man, it's gonna be big, and they gonna have to see that ain't nothing but the Most High. And you gonna speak it out to them and tell them, man, you hear what I just said? Don't you think I said, man, you crazy? Wait a minute, Lord, hold up. I can't do that. I don't know no scriptures. Man, you gonna take my eyes? Now, okay, I'm cool with all that, but don't you think I need my eyes, man, to do this thing right here? Nope. All you need is trust in me. Faith come by hearing. You don't need your eyes, son. Then he told me, hey, man, let me tell you one more thing. What you saying, everybody ain't gonna get it. It ain't meant for everybody to get it. The certain people I put when you was born, your tone, your voice, and I got a raspy voice. Them the ones gonna hear. Them the ones I want to hear. Them the ones that gonna go out to and they gonna grab it. And y'all gonna build something together. Them the ones you need. You gonna get everybody, just the right ones. So see, I'm built for this. He said, man, you been a fighter all your life. You don't give a damn. If you know me, you know what I'm saying. You ain't scared of nothing. So when people see me like, man, man, losing all this stuff happened to you, I just can, man, how can you? That's how. And I ran from it. And see, I don't want to be doing it, but something poking me. It be poking me, man. I say, nah, I ain't talking today, Lord. Yes, you are. And then he'll send me something. And I'm like, man, now who's saying these things I don't even know? And I start looking and I start saying. And then when I start saying it to my family and friends, and I look at their eyes, how they look at me, like, they don't want it. And see, I'm strong enough to know it ain't for them. I'm humble to know it ain't for them. It's for certain people. Them the ones. They understand. The ones that call me, the one that's looking, the one that's searching, the one that wants something different, that's tired, that know they supposed to be having something, know it's more than just this. That's the ones. So don't even be tripping. I'm not tripping on you. I'm not tripping. This is my page, man. I put it out. You don't want to listen to it, don't. But I know he told me. I trust in him. Keep going. Keep doing it. Talk as long as you want to talk. Stop telling them what you want to do. It ain't for them. See, the ones that want it, see, when I wanted, I would play stuff over and over and listen to a person. Then I go listen to them. Then I would walk. I would get it when I had my sight. I would walk from one place to another mile, walking with my headphones on. You see me putting my headphones on. You ask me, why do you wear them headphones? Because it's what's in them headphones that's telling me how to grow. I'm putting my hours in. I'm building a team. Group economics. That's what I'm doing. So don't worry about it. If you ain't receiving it, ain't you. Don't worry about it. If you don't believe, it's most definitely ain't you, because you got to believe first. You got to believe it. Don't worry about it. If you a hater and you envy, you jealous, it's most definitely not for you. But the ones know who it's for. And I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate it. But I want to tell you, man, let go of that past that's holding you back. I know. I've been there. Let it go. Forgive yourself and move forward. And let's go ahead and have this journey and go say that the future is bright for us. Hey, Mondays and Wednesdays, man, word on the streets. Man, I got my partner, man. He got me. And I'm going to tell you how the Most High blessed me, man. Like I say, I never thought I'd be talking. I ain't doing nothing. This is small. I got a plan. But I'm about to go. I'm about to build a billboard, word on the streets in the back, so you can see the back of it. Then I'm going to be doing it out of my shop. My partner just gave me a shop. Let me tell you, listen how the Most High help. You know, I used to hear people, somebody just gave us a church. I don't know what the Most High do. He said, man, I want you to do it out my shop. I want you to get this. I see the vision, man. I'm then going to put you on the stage. I'm going to show you can tell people, look at the Most High. The right people going to hear this. The right people going to flow with me. And I'm going to feed the right people. I'm setting a table so we can sit at that table and we can eat good at that table. And all you got to do is believe it. And all you got to do is grow and go put your hours in. That's all. And and the ones I made money for, they know. The ones that I showed it to, they know. But the ones that jealous and hating, you know too. I ain't mad at you. I love you. I understand it's not you, just inside. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's that envy that's hitting you in your side telling you that you supposed to be doing it. That you supposed to be doing something. It ain't even jealous. I know it's not me. You're not mad at me. It's something inside of you saying, I'm supposed to have that. And the Most High told me to tell you, you got everything you need to have way more than this. He gave all of us something inside us to do better, to be that. It's inside of you. Ain't nobody going to come knock on your door and give it to you. Even you ain't going to let, if somebody did come, you wouldn't believe them anyway, because you ain't ready. My clock just went off. I know I did 45. I did a good ride. But this was, see what I'm saying? That's what I be laying in my bed, dude. I be like, man, what you trying to tell me, Lord? And he be hitting me with this stuff. And I'm like, oh, man, it's going to make some people upset. Why do you care? I said, you right. Do as I say, not as hey. I said, you right. Amen. So, hey, that's all I have, man. Labor and capital. Go work your labor. Take your capital, make your capital work for you to build more. Invest in yourself. Get your 1,000 hours. Become a master of what you want to do. Go put that time in. All of us start off with nothing. We come out the womb with nothing. Now, some come out rich and have that, but I done studied. I done studied the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts. Came in and lost it. Rockefeller still going. But what they did, their duty was to the people. They started teaching and building things. The Vanderbilts wanted to show off and spend it out, and the money was gone. The money gone. I studied people like that. What made them, man? The Vanderbilt, the man started with $100, got a borrowed $100 from his mama, and started just blew his, man, come on, one of the richest men in the world, because he had to believe that. It started same place where you at right now, but he believed in himself, and he went put in them hours. That's all he did. But you got to get past blaming everybody in your past and what happened to you and all this, and stop trying to steal from people and think somebody owe you something. And hey, man, Keith, I've been through this. Stop asking for something and learn about business. Learn all these grants and all these things they have available for you, for minority business, for women, black-owned business. It got so much for us, and that's why they're saying to y'all, I'm not. What we gonna give them? Learn about what, wow, these taxes, you are taxed. The tax laws were made for businesses, not for the person to be working, that labor. Learn something, man. Educate yourself. Understand these things was really going on. Just like that war in Ukraine. People, oh, it's so terrible. You don't even understand why they did it. Russia, it's a program and you don't even understand what's going on. You open your mouth saying something, but you ain't read nothing. Somebody telling you something, and you ain't doing no research. Don't just listen to me. All I'm doing is to spark it. You supposed to go out and you find about it. That's all I am, and giving you a spark to gauge, man, that you believe that you can do it. That's why on Word on Street, we tell you things what you can do. We hit credit card debt. We hit student loan debt. We hit all them things, how to house debt, how to buy a house, when to buy a car, how much to money to invest, how much to save. Do a budget. But we mostly talk about your mind and believing, being uncomfortable, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Sacrifice, dedication. All these, man, I'm telling you, it's the little things. It's the little things that we think is so much, so much. Just the little things. Learning how to go do an interview. Go get a certification. Improve yourself. Improve your dress. Look at somebody when you're talking to them. Sit down some hours and do an interview, mock interviews. Go get your resume done the right way. That's it. Look around that job and say, what can I do to be valuable, to learn something, improve what I can use? That's what I did. I worked at that job, and I said, man, I can have, there's no reason. Whoa, God Most High put me in the right place with the right people at the right time. It's on you to take advantage of that time. I tell my kids, all you want is the opportunity. Now, but what you going to do with that opportunity? And all these words I'm saying sound good. You might be feeling like, man, Keith, damn, he getting it today, baby. He getting it. But it don't mean a damn thing if you ain't going to put no action to it. That's for the ones that are with me that's hearing it right now, that on my side that's want to roll with me. It don't mean nothing if you ain't put no action in it. It don't mean nothing if you ain't getting yourself around the same people that don't want nothing, that you ain't supposed to be around. Them chickens, if you want to be flying like an eagle, you got to remove yourself from them. And when you remove yourself from it, it's going to be calling you. You're going to be, man, your heart, because that's what it is. Our heart is calling and say, well, I shouldn't do. No, everybody's not supposed to be a part of your life. That's just a fact. And I'm sorry. You had to elevate yourself. You put your 1,000 hours in. They didn't put 100. They ain't put 10. And you saying you supposed to be around them? That's not true. Think about you done put 5,000. I did the 1,000, that didn't work. Now I'm putting 5,000, and now you start growing, and they get to eat off your 5,000, and they ain't put 100 in. And time you trying to start giving, say, well, let me give you this book, and let me get it. They ain't gonna do it, because I didn't do it. But what it takes is pressure. See, pressure busts a pipe. When you're tired enough, when you fed up, now it'll start working, and then the Most High will come in, because the Most High sitting back, he's sitting there like this. I'm waiting on you. Come on. Yeah, you tripped right there. Okay, you fell. All right, get up. Oh, he got up. Okay, now he crawling. Okay, he got up. Okay, he waiting. See, because when he tell you, I'm going to bless you more abundantly. And I keep saying that hit home with me. He wanted me to get that word. He wanted me to get abundantly. Then he said, no, I ain't just going to bless. I'm going to bless you more. That means that I got to do something. And the more I do, the more he going to bless me abundantly. The more hours I put in, he going to double. He ready to double and triple it. The more time I put in, and time is so valuable, the time is going to come anyway. The time is going to happen anyway. You're going to get old. And I'm talking to the future you. You're going to get old. And the future you is saying, please listen to him. Please. Please. Because see, I told you I had cancer. Stop. Can't work no more. Lost money. Now I say, can't work no more. Now I got to work what? I got to work with my mind, my brain. I got to get people to make work, to come business together, work together, to make money together. So that means I can't be around the same people, because if they ain't thinking like that, how can they make money? How can they help me? It's so far I can go. There's so far I can tell them. So far I can help 'em. At the end, I got to move around. I got to make it. See, then the people that I met, the millionaires that I met, now I come to them, I got to be talking that language. Now, see, they going to still see the same Keith. Now I got to show them I'm different. Because I got the table. Hey, I met him. I connect them. Now when they hear me speak, they got to know, okay, he know the language now. Oh, and he got some capital. Oh, Mike can get his fool a chance. He going to show me how to make more money? Oh, why wouldn't they mess with me? It don't have nothing to do with me color. Oh, he's educated. He talking the language. He got the money. He got the people. Why wouldn't he? So I'm gone, man. Figure it out. The ones I'm talking to, keep on working. Word on streets. Monday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. That's that foundation we giving. I'm gonna come back Sunday or Monday. I don't know. I'm just gotta be consistent. It's the most I did. I think I did every day this week. It's the most I can give it, man. I'm gonna give it, and it's a good one. Hit the like button if you want. If you don't, I'm still gonna be here. But I gotta hit the 40-year-olds. I hit the 20-year-olds. You wanna go back and listen to it? I hit the 30-year-olds. You wanna go back and I'm gonna hit them 40-year-olds. I just had to break in the middle to break that down to understand you, to get you on the same page. Then I'm gonna hit the 40-year-olds. Then I'm gonna hit the 50-year-olds. That's me. Oh man, it's rough. But I mean, he's gonna rough in the 40s. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me in the 40s and what I had to do. So I'm gonna hit the 40-year-olds. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow. Let you do it, your pastor, get you some spiritual help. And then I'm gonna hit the Then I hit the 50-year-olds. It's gonna be next week. So, hey man, thank y'all for listening. I hope what I gave, I hope it's on the right ones that need to hear it, that got it, that received it. I hope I did it some justice. The Most High gave it to me, and I hope I didn't mess it up. I hope I didn't. I hope somebody received it. I hope they do. I hope they understand it. Because when I received it and gave it to me, I was like, wow. Capital, labor. My partner told me I didn't receive it. When he told me labor, he ain't had to work for no other job. And I was offended. What you mean you ain't got to work? A man can't work a second job. Shouldn't have to work a second job. And he was absolutely right. Wow. Man, you see how the Most High work? He was absolutely right. If I use my capital, I work and then take my income to use my capital, make my capital work hard for me. But see, I got to understand, I have a mindset, a poor mindset that been taught to hold on to that money. We were taught to save that money, and we end up spending it. Give it to our kids. Oh, the money, he got sick, so-and-so didn't have his funeral. He didn't have no money, and all your dreams just pissing away. And I know I used that on purpose. I know I ain't supposed to curse, but I did on purpose. Hey, y'all have a good one, man. Thank y'all for listening. Have a great Saturday, man. It's sad. Enjoy the football. That's what you're going to do. Enjoy your football. But don't forget to get some of your hours, man. At least get your 10 hours. If you already got your 10, get your 100. If you already got your 100, you got 1,000 to go, baby. Let's go. I got 5, and I'm still putting mines in. I don't know where I'm at. I'm never top learning. I'm never learning to learn, to teach, whatever it's called. But I appreciate the Most High to give me the breath to speak to y'all. I appreciate the Most High to give me to wake up this morning and my legs and arms work. Even though they a little shaky, you know what I'm saying? I'm stiff and all that. I get it to the Most High. And I hope you do too. Thank you.